Welcome to my first ever Shop My Stash. We're going to be going through and selecting foundation, concealer, primer, and glow enhancer. This is the Becca First Light Priming Filter. This is the NARS All Day Weightless Luminous Foundation in the shade Mont Blanc. This is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Creme Brulee. This is the Cover FX Custom Enhancer Drops in shade Celestial. Next we'll be selecting a finishing powder and a bronzer. This is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in shade Dim Light. This is the Jouer Bronzing Duo. It's time to select a highlighter. This is my favorite part. This is the Natasha Denona Super Glow in 01 Fair. I love to pick a blush, and I think this time I'm going to pick one of these Ciate blushes. This is the shade Matchmaker. It's time to pick a setting powder, and I'm going to go with Fenty Butter. This is Glitters and Pigments. I'm going to bring in Hourglass Reflect and Stila Kitten Carbon. I'm going to bring in the Dominique Cosmetics Lemonade Palette. I'm going to bring in the Too Faced Just Peachy Mattes. This is where I keep my everyday makeup. It's in a glossy box right here. I always have a setting spray in rotation, and this is just my Cellar Cleansing Water. This is the powder that I currently have in rotation. I'm just trying to use it up. It's the IT Cosmetics Airbrush Perfecting Powder, and it's in the shade Fair. Now I'll just open that up for you. I also have a Ciate highlighter, and I broke this actually and repressed it, so I'm just trying to use it up and move it out of my collection. I also have a Tarte pore filling primer that I'm trying to work through, and it's my favorite. It's the Clean Slate Timeless Smoothing Primer, and I've got a pretty good dip in that. This is the Becca Anti-Fatigue Under Eye Primer, and I use this daily also. This is the No Pore Bloom Prime Essence that I got in my BoxyCharm, and I'm just working through that. This is a Brow Powder Duo from Anastasia in the shade Blonde, and I have a pretty good dip in that. This is my Goof Proof Brow Pencil from Benefit, and you can see I've got this much left, and it's taking me forever to get out of my collection, and I do not like this at all. I prefer the thinner pencils. Every mascara I try seems to smudge on me except for tubing mascaras, so I'm working through the mascaras in my collection, and then I applied this one from Thrive Cosmetics on top of it, and that pretty much keeps it from smudging. This is an Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer that I use for color correcting under my eyes that I'm working through. I have a couple of lippies that I keep in here. This is Marc Jacobs Kiss Kiss Bang Bang and Kat Von D Double Dare. This is a Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water that I'm working through. It's just a sample size. This is the Anastasia Highlighting Duo Pencil, and I keep this in here if I want to highlight inner corner or brow bone. These are some lip glosses from Laura Geller, Buxom, and Dominique Cosmetics that I'm working through. This is a black eyeliner from Lancome that I keep in the drawer. And also this Kat Von D lip liner in Lolita. This is a Bite Agave lip mask that I keep in rotation. I keep a Too Faced glitter glue sample and an Urban Decay primer potion in this drawer. This is the Benefit Cheek Parade palette I'm working to pan. I use Hoola pretty regularly and California and Rocketeer. I've already panned Dandelion and Hoola Light. I also keep new items to my collection in here, and this is the Jeffree Star Mini Jawbreaker palette. I'm going to add all the items that I selected for this week to the drawer. Thanks for joining me for my first ever Shop My Stash video. I did just film a full makeup collection video if you're interested in watching that, and I hope that you'll consider subscribing and join me again next week. Thanks!